Hi, John Nord again. Hey, I'm going to carry this casting a little bit further. We're going to mix up some investment this morning and pour it in our flask. We've got our tree done with the pieces in my previous video that we had made a mold for and then injected wax. And so I'm going to show you what I've got here. Okay, this is the tree I made here, and it's got 6 of those pieces that we made the mold for. These are essentially scalloped 18 gauge pieces with a triangular wire border around them and a coral stone that will be bezeled into the center of them. I've got 6 on here. I have a pretty small flask. I need to get a larger flask, and I will do that next time I cast, but I haven't had a chance to get one right now. So I had to keep this tree real small to clear all my flask on the inside, because it's only 2 1/4 inside the flask. So anyway, I have a 3/8 sprue stick here. It's the red wax sprue, and then of course the injected pieces that I have used a hot pen to melt some more wax and join them to the center sprue, and then that sprue is down inside the rubber cap. So what we're going to do next is we're going to tape this flask up with some blue masking tape. I usually like to use a wider tape than this, but this is all I have today. So we just tape around it, and we get it taped real good all the way to the top, and then I usually carry it a little bit above the top so it don't spill over when we do our vacuuming. So I'm going to get that done. Let me explain what else I've got here. I have a bowl here with a mixer. I'm just using one mixer on this one just to mix up my investment. I've got my investment here, and I will put in the description the parts that I'm using here. And then I've got over there, I've got my homemade vacuum chamber and the vacuum pump, and then I have about 300 grams of investment in this container. And I have about 114 grams of distilled water in this container. And those two things mixed up in my bowl should be enough to fill this flask to where I want it to fill to. I've calculated that, and the ratio is 38 parts water to 100 parts investment. And that's by weight. So that should mix up properly. I've done this before and it came out great on a setting that I made. So I'm going to get this flask taped up and get my investment mixed up, and then I'll be on a real short time frame. I only have about 8 to 10 minutes to deal with this investment, so I have to work pretty quick. So I'll leave the camera running when I'm doing that. I can't stop and talk or anything like that, but I'll leave it running, and hopefully you can see what's going on, and then I will explain. Okay, I'm going to begin here, and like I say, I only got about 8 to 10 minutes to get this done, so I'm just going to start at it, and then you can kind of watch what I do. I've got my flask and the tree in there the way I want it, and the water in the bowl, and that's distilled water. right now. Okay, that looks good, so we're going to pour it into the container. Now we will vacuum this. A little closer where you can see it. It's bubbling real good, so hopefully we get all the bubbles out of it. Okay, most of the bubbles are gone out of it. So I'm going to release the vacuum. Yeah, it looks real good, real clean, no bubbles. We're going to carefully pour it in here. And we'll leave this undisturbed for a little bit. No harm there. Anyway, it looks good. There's no bubbles showing at all. And I think we've got a good investment pour in around the tree. So next thing I'll do, I got to clean all this up and we'll let this dry. I'm going to let it dry overnight. And then do a burnout on it. That's where we burn the wax out of the inside of the mold so we have a cavity to pour our silver into. And I will show you the process of that when I get to that point. Hello, I'm fixing to do this casting. As my previous clips, we did the tree and we did the investment and poured the mold in the flask and all that. The flask has now been in the burnout oven. I started out 300 degrees and went for about 2 hours, and then I went to 750 for 1 hour, and then I went up to 1350 for 2 hours, and now I've brought it down to 950 and I'm holding it there until I'm ready to cast. So it's in the oven over there. I've got a little tabletop furnace, and that's my little tabletop furnace, and the digital stuff and all that's on the other side of it. But anyway, the flask is inside there. Now over here I have my furnace to heat up the silver, and then I have, you've seen this in my other video, my pouring vacuum chamber. I did a video on this chamber and how I built it. I built it here in my shop. And what will happen is after my molten sterling silver is all liquefied and I'm satisfied when it's ready, I will go over to the burnout oven with some tongs, take that flask out, and I'll come over here and put it down in here, and this will have vacuum being pulled on it over here with my vacuum pump. And when I put it down in here, this is a heat-proof gasket here. I'll start pulling a vacuum on it, and it will pull a vacuum through that investment. And I will take some tongs like this here, these here, and I will pull the flask out of here and I will pour it. And as that molten sterling goes down into that flask, the vacuum will pull the sterling on down further, and hopefully I get a good pour out of this. Today I'm using 50% new silver and 50% scrap silver, which I've cleaned thoroughly. And I've got 1 troy ounce of grain here that's going in here. I've got a total of 4 ounces, troy ounces of sterling in here. And according to my calculations, that will be appropriate to get this tree poured. I'm excited. I hope it turns out. I've lost wax casted some other things before, but I've never used or done a big tree like this one. It's got 6 pieces on it. I've only done 1 and 2 piece trees. So I'm anxious to see if this works out. So anyway, here's my sterling, and I'm gonna put it down in this oven here, and I'm gonna set it down in here. I'm just gonna see for a second what's the best position, so when I come out of here, I can accurately pour this. And I think probably you want to plan all this out, because it's too late when you start doing it. It looks like about right there, so I'm just going to take it, set it straight down in here, and I pretty much know I can get a hold of it, pull it out, and make my pour into the flask. I've got some borax here and a graphite stir rod, and as this melts, I'll look at it and I'll put a little borax in it to keep and stir it a little bit with this rod to get any trash that might be down in there and that was in the flask to start with. So I'll light this up and get it to melting, and we'll see how things go. Okay, we got it in there, we got it poured. It's sitting here. I'm gonna put it in the water here in a minute and it'll break apart. We'll see what we got. Hopefully it all turned out good. Okay, I put the flask down in here and the piece has already dropped out of it. And here's the tree. Let me get a brush and kind of, well, I'll tell you what, it looks pretty good. All of my triangular wires around the pieces are intact, and I even see my little dots that I put as a decoration around the sides, and everything looks pretty good. I don't see any holes like I had in some of my other castings. I guess that's from using the good silver. When I first started casting, I only cast it with scrap, which is a no-no. But this time I used 50% new silver, and it looks good. So anyway, and the best ones was at the bottom of the tree. So that shows you the vacuum was pulling the silver all the way through. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in for this series on casting. And when I get some of these finished up and applied to my necklace, I'll try to show you how it came out. So appreciate y'all. See y'all later, and please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.